whatever the element you start with, you seek ways and means to let it to transcend its limitations. It was also done purposely, that there will be limitations inside them, and trying to fix the limitations, trying to overcome them, brings about the drama. Within the drama, those whose roles will take them to the seeking aspect. As such persons, they will have to actually be able to overcome the shortcomings of their equipment. It is the spirit that projected all these things, that made a selection of the elements. So if there is a problem with it, get out of the mental side and let the spirit take over. The humans, they are differently empowered. It's intentionally designed this way. There is wisdom behind everything going on. Yes, beloved brothers and sisters, there have been questions from some of you, so I'll be treating one of the topics that will help you to understand. And the question is, what about these things people talk about? Earth element. Sometimes we say this person is earth element, and the other person is water element, the other person is air element, fire element. And the most important side of the question is, how does that affect your spirituality? That is the journey towards spirituality, the journey towards realization. So I'll give you very simple examples that will let you get it clear. Yes. First of all, our bodies are to be considered like equipment. And the equipment has been made with certain proportions, certain ratios, certain percentages of earthy element, water element, fire element, air element, and there are other components also, like the ether. Then we have mind. All these things, they are given us, they constitute the equipment. And every element, every equipment is like that. Sometimes the equipment may have metallic side of it, metals, then plastic, then this, then that, and we use it to mold the equipment. We have glass, we have porcelain, we have different things. We bring them all together to form the equipment. But sometimes when some equipment is having more of, let's say, plastic element inside it than the metal or glass element, then we say, oh, this one is quality. This other one is not quality. This one will last long. This one will not last long. You see, so our bodies equipments with these elements in different proportions, different ratios. Now, if sometimes the equipment is made, let's say, from plastic, it can function, but there are limitations and carefulness involved in handling certain equipment. But some other element, certain equipment made of certain elements will become more formidable. That means very strong. Even if it falls, it doesn't break. But you can have some equipment, it falls and it breaks. But it's the same thing you are making or you're getting together to get the equipment functioning. Yet, when it comes to the functioning, some have limitations, and some too can really work for long. Yes, sometimes we hear people saying, oh, the old-time vehicles, the metals they were made with, they stay long. And even if they crash, still you see that they don't spoil that much. But then the recent cars, small thing and they are done. It hits something and that is the end of it. You see, so it's metal, but we still have certain metals that are durable. You see this also in with the wood. Certain wood really very hard, call it hardwood, and you use it for your furniture, then it's like they are lasting. But you use certain wood for your furniture, and someone who knows the nature of that wood will tell you, no, this, why did you, buy furniture with this particular wood? It's not going to last. See. So, we have some little creatures which will eat into the wood, but we have certain wood. You don't have to even treat it with any chemical, and it stands for very long. We have some wood that will function like metal, very hard. You see. So this way, beloved brothers and sisters, our equipment, our bodies are designed with certain proportions of the elements, and for that matter, we are capable in certain areas, certain duties, certain activities we can do very well with our equipment. Certain things too we can't do much with our equipment. With the wisdom of the Great Spirit, everything in the drama is actually orderly. So, a particular role in the drama has to happen to fulfill some purpose in the drama. Therefore, let us form this equipment and let us put the ratios this way, that way, the proportions of the elements this way, that way for this particular equipment. And we energize it, that means the Spirit enters into it, projects energy into it, so it can function in a particular way. And that fulfills something in the drama. So everything is actually orderly, purposeful. You see, it is done by divine wisdom, selection of things, the elements. And when it is in a certain proportion, we say the water element is dominant. Oh, we can say the earthy element is dominant. And sometimes we look at somebody's equipment and we say, oh, this one is metallic. It will last long. We see another equipment, the same kind of equipment, but it's made of, let's say, glass. Then we say, this one, handle it carefully. When it falls down, it looks so nice, but delicate. See, so these elements, when it is required that some equipment has to be used in the drama, so you are coming with a particular arrangement of the elements for a purpose, for your role. The role demands certain proportions of the elements so that it gives you particular characteristics. It gives you particular qualities, particular attributes, and it will differ from somebody else. The equipment looks externally like the same, but in actual fact there are differences in composition. And it is not done anyhow. It is done with divine wisdom. The next thing that the role in the drama requires, then it is formed. Therefore, you are unique in functioning with your equipment. You are just what you are as far as the equipment is concerned. When you are using the equipment, you are limited in some ways, and in some other ways, you are advantaged. The other person, where you are advantaged, the other person may be in trouble with it. The equipment cannot do that. See, let's take this simple example. A tractor is a vehicle. It's an equipment. Then we have a saloon car. It is also a vehicle. Now, when it comes to function, then they function differently in some ways. Because when it comes to bulldozing your way through the bush, the tractor will do it. The saloon car cannot do that. When it comes to speed, if the road is good, then the saloon car will be ahead, whilst the tractor is just moving, let me say, gingerly, just like that. But each of them ultimately fulfill the purpose because they have purposes. The purpose that the tractor is designed to carry out, the saloon may not be able to carry it out. And what the saloon is to do, the saloon car is to do, the tractor cannot do in some cases. Beloved brothers and sisters, so our different equipments. Now, in the drama, if it has gotten to where, let's say the rainy season, and we are required to do farming, then the next thing we are looking for is tractor. not a saloon car. Now, in the drama, it's gotten to where we want to make some journey, long distance, and we have to beat some time. Then we say, where is the saloon? So, in the womb of the mother, forming the body, the selection of the sperm and the egg is not just anything happening haphazard at all. Divine wisdom says the next thing we want to do in the drama is this, and we have to have this formation. And this formation, this egg from this person to this lady or woman's eggs, and there the eggs are plenty. But now selection, divine selection, wisdom. The next thing needed in the drama will require this particular combination. And then the egg, the sperm selects the particular egg. And the formation will get certain things together in proportions. The earthy element, the water element, the fire element, the air element. Now, this particular selection will be molding these things into form in the womb of the mother. Nothing is accident. Everything is orderly. Now, when that is done, it means, in a sense, it means that particular soul has taken up a destiny, because there is a role in the drama. That is why that formation was made. Particular ratios, particular proportions of the elements. So your own is different from somebody's own. When we have vehicles, sometimes we also see that it may be saloon, but one may be, let's say, petrol user, uses petrol. The other one may be using gas oil. See, so we have a lot of uniqueness in all these things. And therefore, if two persons, they have the same ratio of the element of earth, and the element of earth is in ascendancy in ratio, in percentage, in proportion, and we say, oh, this is an earth element person. You will find somebody else somewhere who is also the same. And it means there are certain things in the drama, your roles will be the same. But even though you may be earthy element, there are other factors. Like I said, it may be saloon, or 4x4, but one may be gasoline, one may be petrol in its use. So the proportion of element, we say earth element, yet the blood group of those two persons, they may be earthy element, but when it comes to blood group, the same proportion of elements in ascendancy, in percentage, that we are saying this person is earthy element, the other person is earthy element. Yet, when it comes to The blood group, it may also differ. Same element, but blood group different. So humans have these complexities. It appears complex, but in divine wisdom, they are perfectly and orderly arranged because of the function, the role that you have come to play. Yes. If you go to buy the vehicle, you are thinking of the role. Is it going to be commercially used? Is it going to be private? Is it going to be this? How you are going to use it? Then you select. So divine wisdom also selects these things because of what he is going to use this equipment for. So your spirit made these selections. The spirit is God. The spirit is the creator, is the maker. The spirit is the generator. It generates. It does all the things orderly. And from spirit platform, everything is orderly. It is only when we move our energies into the things to function, and the things, it was also done purposely, that there will be limitations inside them, and trying to fix the limitations, trying to overcome them brings about the drama. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any drama. When you're watching the documentary, the films, there is suspense and all that. And it's intentional. It is made so that you get to some point you are in suspense. Some places you get to and you jubilate. You're happy what you are watching. Sometimes too, you feel, wow, oh, whilst you are watching those things. And that is what makes it a film. So the whole drama is designed in this way. It's intentionally designed this way. There is wisdom behind everything going on. Yes. Beloved brothers and sisters, now, how does it really, how is it relevant to your spiritual attainment? Yes. Within the drama, those whose roles will take them to the seeking aspect. Such persons, they will have to actually be able to overcome the shortcomings of their equipment. When they are able to overcome, then they attain something very fulfilling to their spirit. Yes, when you're watching the films, you are not okay until certain things get to some point and then you become okay. Because, for example, if you're watching the film and somebody is doing some good things, and we call that person, let's say, a blow man, and people are suffering and he goes to save them. People are being bullied by the killer, and you, the one watching, you're thinking, one day somebody should be able to overcome this, or beat this guy for us. You know, you are watching, but you have that feeling. Because this difficult person to handle is bullying everybody, doing this, doing that. And then deep inside you, even you the one watching, you wish he missed somebody very tough. Somebody should get him down. You see, so you will not be okay all the time that the killer is on top. Then within the drama, that is the wisdom, brings another formation of the elements. So two persons, male, female, they will meet, and the wisdom is saying, okay, we pass through this person, that person, because somehow they have good energy field, and we all like the child, the equipment, combining it from this person and that person. So that equipment, the spirit is going to energize it and topple the killer. It makes the drama interesting. You see, it makes the drama so sweet. And it's not sweet until you get to the point where those expectations are met, that in the long run he meets his match. The killer meets the match. He meets somebody. You see, so you may have a role to play in the drama, and based on that, your equipment, your body was made for you. You are unique, special. And that when that role is being carried out, then there is some fulfillment, because that is how it is meant to be. And you feel fulfillment in yourself. You see. So, beloved brothers and sisters, the element earth on top will give the person certain qualities. It will permit the spirit to express itself in limited ways. And the element water will also allow the spirit to express itself in certain ways and limit it in some other ways. So if you watch carefully, that the humans, they are differently empowered. Differently. Everyone is capable in some ways, but some other ways may not be capable. Now, on the spiritual journey, on the seeking field, what happens is, whatever the element you start with, you seek ways and means to let it, to transcend its limitations. And once you are able to do so, there is so much fulfillment within you. And you can't unless you allow that same wisdom that set it to flow. That means don't mix with that challenge of trying to dominate it or trying to, the limitations of the equipment, trying to force it out. In fact, if you have an equipment and it has problems, you take it to the one who made it. And it's easy. But if you are forcing it, somehow, sometimes it gets worse. So it is the Spirit that projected all these things, that made a selection of the elements. So if there is problem with it, get out of the mental side and let the Spirit take over. You see, that is the language. Once you do it, then there is perfection. The things return to their perfect state, and they function at their best. And for that matter, the things we call ailments and this and that, they all vanish. Yes. So these challenges, in one sense, they are good, because it's the challenges that will let you turn to the Spirit, the maker of the equipment. Yeah. We forget about the maker of the equipment if the equipment is going on and we are absorbed in using it and we don't care for anything. But the drama is designed in such a way that these shortcomings will be there, and there will be more shortcomings as long as you don't seek the help of the maker of the equipment. That is the Spirit. And therefore, at some point, people have to surrender. Things have to be tough before they surrender to the Spirit. And once you surrender fully, then we say self-realization. See, if the surrender is half-half, there will be some measure of guidance, intuition, and other things helping you. But if the surrender is full, is complete, then Spirit, the one who made the selections of the elements to fit into the purpose, will put everything in complete function. The shortcomings will be set apart. And that is the real miracle that everyone has to seek. That there are shortcomings in the equipment and they vanish. So the equipment will be ready to do anything in the drama. Whatever it chooses to do, it's able to do. So that will be a kind of mystery equipment. It becomes a mystery. Yes. Imagine you have a kind of vehicle, it can do the work of a tractor, it can go the speed of the saloon car, it can do practically any shortcoming, it just gets itself in gear to do it. It has been designed in such a way that when it gets to some point and it has to fly, it begins to and it flies. So it becomes an airplane, maybe a helicopter. It is designed in such a way it can do all the functions. When it gets onto the sea, it can be a submarine, just enter and come out. So that kind, it is only the wisdom of the maker of equipments that can do that. So by and by on the spiritual journey as a seeker, you meet challenges with your equipment. All the challenges are about the equipment. Remember, the equipment has two aspects, external, internal, hardware, software. So your mind is part of the equipment. So a lot of the problems are inside the mind. We have mental poisoning going on everywhere, indoctrinations. And these are shortcomings limiting the functions of these equipments. But if you sort of surrender to Spirit, the wisdom of the Spirit will just adjust your equipment and you are capable of functioning so that no limitations are seen in the equipment anymore. Yes, yes, yes. So this is it. Beloved brothers and sisters, I've just put it in this way. Your question about the elements. Yes, certain people are certain elements, and for that matter, they resist certain ailments. And if somebody is a water element, he also resists certain ailments. But there are certain things too, it is weak for that. And fire element is capable of doing certain things, pushing you in certain ways, but certain ways too, it is not able to help you. But when you are in the drama and you are learning, that's why sometimes I say the drama is like a school. You are learning, then you are getting to know that these limitations, you don't need to tackle them direct. But the wisdom that made the whole thing designed, that is, you just move into that wisdom, that is the spirit state. That is what we call spirituality. But if you don't move into that state and you are confronting the things, I mean, it's designed in the drama that you have to learn. It's crazy that with all that limitation you are forcing, no. Get to the maker of the equipment. That is the spirit state. And it's within you. In fact, it is the real you. But you ignore. You see, so let us understand. And everything will get to perfection. You remember those of you who are Christians, that Christ was charging disciples. He says, be ye perfect, even as the Father is. That means with all this equipment limiting you, there can be perfection even with the equipment function. If what? If you get the knowledge. He said, if you get the knowledge of the truth, it will set you free. Free from what? Free from limitations. You see? So, beloved, that is it. Thank you.